The Roundup, Punishment 2024, is the latest installment in the Roundup series, known for its intense, high-octane action sequences and the raw, gritty depiction of crime and justice. Directed by Heo Myung-hang, the film continues the story of Detective Ma Seok-do, portrayed by Ma Dong-seok, as he takes on a vicious new criminal organization involved in both drug trafficking and illegal online gambling. This action-packed film builds upon the themes established in the previous installments, including justice, loyalty, and the relentless pursuit of criminals, while also introducing new layers of tension through more complex antagonists and evolving moral questions. The movie begins with Seok-do and his team investigating a drug trafficking app, a dangerous new technology that has emerged as a major problem in Korea. This app allows drug dealers to operate anonymously and is part of a larger criminal network that spans beyond Korea's borders, reaching the Philippines. While the previous films in the Roundup series focused heavily on local Korean criminal organizations, Punishment expands its scope, exploring transnational crime and highlighting the global nature of modern criminal enterprises. In their investigation, Seok-do and his team quickly discover that the app is tied to a broader web of crime involving illegal gambling. The mastermind behind this network is Baek Chong-gi, a brutal crime boss who operates from the Philippines. Chong-gi is ruthless and ambitious, aiming to dominate the Korean gambling market while using violence and intimidation to maintain control over his operations. His criminal activities involve not only drugs but also kidnapping, assault, and murder, making him a formidable foe for Seok-do. One of the central focuses of the Roundup, Punishment, is its exploration of illegal online gambling and the use of technology in criminal enterprises. Chong-gi and his partner, Chong Dong-chul, are not just traditional gangsters, they are modern-day criminals who utilize technology to expand their influence. Dong-chul is the brains behind a new cryptocurrency scam, which plays a significant role in the film. His technical expertise allows the criminal organization to operate on a much larger scale than traditional gangs, making it harder for law enforcement to track and dismantle their operations. The cryptocurrency scam is centered around a company called QM Holdings, which serves as a front for money laundering and other illegal activities. This aspect of the plot reflects contemporary concerns about the use of cryptocurrency for illicit purposes, adding a modern, realistic edge to the film. QM Holdings is not only a symbol of the corruption that runs through Chong-gi's organization, but also a representation of how criminal organizations are evolving in the digital age, using advanced technology to stay ahead of law enforcement. As Seok-do and his team dig deeper into the criminal network, the action intensifies. One of the pivotal moments in the investigation comes when Seok-do's team captures one of Chong-gi's men, who reveals critical information about the organization's operations. This arrest is made possible through the efforts of a female undercover officer, who lures the criminal into a trap. The use of undercover officers and sting operations adds an extra layer of intrigue to the film, showing the strategic side of law enforcement's battle against organized crime. Despite these early successes, the stakes continue to rise. Chong-gi, feeling the pressure from Seok-do's investigation, becomes increasingly violent and unhinged. In a particularly shocking scene, Chong-gi infiltrates a police station and murders Yoo Seong, a key witness who was cooperating with the authorities. This brutal act is a turning point in the film, as it demonstrates the lengths to which Chong-gi is willing to go to protect his empire. It also adds a personal dimension to Seok-do's mission, as he becomes even more determined to bring Chong-gi to justice after the murder of his colleague. With the investigation intensifying, Seok-do and his team devise a clever plan to lure Chong-gi's men into the open. They create a faux casino business, hoping to attract the attention of Chong-gi's organization and gather enough evidence to take them down. This sting operation is a critical part of the plot, showcasing the strategic thinking and resourcefulness of Seok-do's team. The operation leads to a violent confrontation between Seok-do's team and Chong-gi's men, culminating in a massive brawl at the casino. This sequence is one of the highlights of the film, with its expertly choreographed fight scenes and intense action. The fight also serves as a microcosm of the larger conflict between law enforcement and organized crime, with both sides pushing themselves to their limits in a brutal battle for control. The film builds toward a climactic showdown between Seok-do and Chong-gi. After narrowly escaping capture multiple times, Chong-gi attempts to flee the country. However, Seok-do tracks him down to the airport, leading to an intense hand-to-hand fight that serves as the film's final confrontation. This fight is a physical and emotional culmination of the rivalry between the two men, with Seok-do representing justice and determination, while Chong Ji-I embodies ruthless ambition and moral decay. The fight at the airport is both brutal and cathartic, as Seok-do finally overpowers Chong Ji-I and arrests him. The victory is hard-won, but it brings a sense of closure to the film, as Seok-do is able to fulfill his promise to bring Chong Ji-I to justice. The arrest of Chong Ji-I is not just a triumph for Seok-do and his team, but also a victory for the rule of law, as it symbolizes the power of perseverance and moral conviction in the face of overwhelming evil. Throughout the roundup, punishment, themes of loyalty and betrayal are central to the plot. On one hand, we see Seok-do's loyalty to his team and his unrelenting commitment to justice. His sense of duty is what drives him to continue pursuing Chong Ji-I, even when the odds are stacked against him. Seok-do's character embodies the ideal of the righteous cop, a figure who is willing to go to any lengths to protect the innocent and bring criminals to justice. In contrast, the criminal organization is rife with betrayal and backstabbing. Chong-gi's partnership with Chong Dong-chul is a fragile alliance, built on mutual greed rather than trust. As the film progresses, we see how their relationship deteriorates, with Dong-chul eventually betraying Chong Ji-I in an attempt to gain control of the organization. This betrayal mirrors the larger theme of corruption within the criminal underworld, as even the most powerful alliances can be undone by greed and ambition. One of the most interesting aspects of the roundup, punishment, is its reflection on the changing nature of crime in the digital age. The film's depiction of cryptocurrency scams, online gambling, and the use of technology in criminal operations is a stark reminder of how crime has evolved in the 21st century. While traditional forms of crime, such as drug trafficking and extortion, are still prevalent, the use of technology has allowed criminals to operate on a much larger scale, making it harder for law enforcement to track and apprehend them. At the same time, the film also highlights the challenges faced by law enforcement in this new digital landscape. Seok-do and his team must adapt to these changes, using technology and modern investigative techniques to stay one step ahead of the criminals. This theme is particularly relevant in today's world, where the rise of cybercrime has become a major concern for governments and law enforcement agencies around the globe. The roundup, punishment, delivers exactly what fans of the series have come to expect: thrilling action, high-stakes drama, and a relentless pursuit of justice. While the film sticks to the formula that made its predecessors successful, it also introduces new elements, such as the use of technology in crime, that keep the story fresh and engaging. The film's exploration of loyalty, betrayal, and the moral dilemmas faced by both criminals and law enforcement adds depth to the action-packed plot, making it more than just a typical crime thriller. For fans of the series, Punishment is a worthy continuation of Seok-do's journey. The film retains the intense action sequences and gritty storytelling that made the previous installments so popular, while also expanding the scope of the story to include more complex antagonists and modern criminal techniques. Ultimately, the roundup, Punishment, is a film about justice, not just the legal kind, but the personal justice that comes from fulfilling one's duty and protecting the innocent, no matter the cost.